The offense is ranked 100th or worse in a lot of key statistics. What realistically can you do in season to kind of right this ship?
Just try to get better in every phase, and there's really no magic answers. And see what we can do to just improve in each and every phase.
When you evaluate the offense, what's kind of been what are the areas that you're looking at specifically in the passing game that is just not measuring up to what you want or what the players want either?
I would still attribute part of that an obvious answer, and I've said this for a while. Our starting quarterback got injured about 5-6 weeks ago. So for him to work back, he's missed a lot of time. He missed a lot of time last year. And then to work with this team, this group, everything's connected. So the more we practice, the more we do better in practice, have better execution. Hopefully they'll show on the game field.
The wide receivers have been targeted 35 times over 4 games, 14 catches. What is it about the group that's not getting involved as much as just ball goes where it goes?
Yeah, I think part of that is the ball does go where it goes, and we've had 2 pretty good tight ends. Obviously, we're down 1 there, so that changes. And as a staff, that's something we're doing weekly, is just trying to figure out what's the best way we can do to help improve production offensively, and getting the receivers involved probably makes some sense here as we move forward.
Can you do that conscientious? I mean, do you go into a game saying, "Hey, we got to get our receivers more involved"? Do you guys talk
it's more
about that?
dictated personnel group. Who you have available. We were probably a little bit more 3 wide last week than prior. But at some point we still got to block, we got to protect, and then we got to throw and get open, obviously. So it's just it's just keep working here.
What were your impressions on the O-line from watching the film on Saturday?
There wasn't a lot that looked good Saturday, quite frankly. Any area, maybe outside of Torrey's punting. That's if you had to find a highlight, that's probably it. And that's it's an important part about winning. But if that's all you got, then that's not going to be good enough. So there really wasn't. None of us performed well enough, coaches or players, well enough to be competitive and be successful.
How do you help your wide receivers become confident in the game plan if they're not really a part of it or they're not contributing?
It's not that they're not part of it. The ball hasn't gone there for whatever reasons, but they're certainly critical. Just everybody is. All 11 people are critical out there. So we'll have to find a better way maybe to spread the ball a little bit. And again, Luke being out, and he's going to be out, so that's part of the deal. We'll just keep working and keep chipping away at it.
You hit the portal, you got a new quarterback, got some wide receivers, tight end, and the constant kind of over the last few years is the scheme and the play caller. Has there been any discussion about altering either of those, maybe making a change at play caller to change things up for different results? Or
that's not part of the plan, but every week we've done it for 24 plus years. After every game, you go back and look at what you did, what could you do better, whether it's play calling, what are our thoughts going into the game, were those types of things, how the opponent matches. And, you've been doing that for 24, 25 years, offensively, defensively, special teams. That's just part of what we do on Sundays. And then, you shift over to the next opponent. So, we're just going to try to do better. There's really no simple answers or easy remedies. It's just a matter of execution, playing better, and trying to do what our players are capable of doing a little bit better.
Kirk, you look around the country, spread offenses with throwing the ball just seems so much more prominent in nowadays game versus the past.
Yep.
You see wide receivers put up crazy numbers, and then you go back to the wide receiver targets in Iowa, 35 through 4 games. I guess when you have guys in that room kind of see how productive other receivers are being, how do you kind of keep that room engaged with the game plan? Is just how do you kind of approach that?
I don't have the sense that they're not engaged. I think we got a great group of guys in there, and Nico's a really good football player, veteran player. Dante's had a really nice play the other day. He's healthy, and I think he's confident and feeling good. And then we've got 2 guys that are a little bit younger and developing. So I think that room's fine. And I'm not minimizing stats at all. Don't misread this, but the biggest thing we're trying to do, the only stat we're really focused on, is winning games. And it's not all about winning. I know it is for a lot of people, but it's not all about winning. But that's what we're trying to do each and every time we go out there. If there's a scoreboard, we're going to try to win. And that's why you work hard for 9 months. So that's the stat that we look at every game, every situation. What's going to give us our best chance to win, and those are decisions we'll continue to try to make as we go along.
Has your philosophy since you started coaching, head coach, has it changed much on how you believe the best way to win football games over the long haul? not the emotional up and downs from the week, but it seems like you've stuck to your guns and you believe in the system that you've.
I think you have to. And again, I didn't pretend to know everything in 1999 when I got here. And I certainly don't at this point. In fact, I think most of us could tell you the more experience you get, the more you figure out, boy, there's a lot of things going on that need some clarity on. But yeah, as I said earlier, at some point you got to have some beliefs, and you continually examine those, you re-examine those, and probe and prod and all that kind of stuff. But you got to be true to something, and I think that's life in general. You got to be true to something, and all I know is what I see with our players on a daily basis, what I see with our coaching staff, and I just, I guess I'm an optimist to some degree, and history has taught me that if you just keep pushing forward, maybe some good things will happen. If you got to give yourself a chance, though, and it's just a matter of you can't worry about bad things, missteps along the way, because what we do is extremely challenging, extremely competitive, and to think we're going to skate through it undefeated, as much as we try and we want to, you always have to be prepared to deal with the opposite end of it, and it's all you can do. So you analyze it, you learn from it, and then hopefully you move on and improve from there.